Hello Taurus, this is your reading for the 5th into the 11th of April 2025, and it's going to be general, so please take the bits that resonate and let the rest go. And let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, light beings, spirit guides, and of course our high selves to assist with this reading. Well, let's have a look here, Taurus. We're going to see what's going to jump out. I might just open these blinds a little bit more light. Okay, that's a little bit more light. All right, let's see what's going to jump out here for you, Taurus. Okay, so we just need something to jump, pop, or flip, whatever is wanting to happen here. Okay, the good old devil here. Could be at the moment, Taurus, that you are looking at some attachments that you have, or you might be getting help with something here. Something that's challenging for you. There could be something in your life that you feel needs tweaking or changing in some way. Okay. Well, this could be an energy that's sort of attached to you. Wow, this is love. Okay. So maybe, Taurus, you are a little bit, maybe you're feeling a bit addicted to love at the moment. And of course, love can have that effect on us, can't it? Let's just see what else is coming in around this to put it into context. Three of Cups. I'm just going to go quickly through the cards and we'll look at it in more detail. Page of Swords. At the moment, you have Ten of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Magician in your current energy, external influences, Ace of Swords, and you have Five of Swords, and you have the Justice card. All right, Taurus, I'm just going to have a quick look at this and I'll get back to you. Okay, Taurus, I think you're doing some self-care at the moment, but the type of self-care that you're doing is that this is some deep-seated attachments that you have to, could be beliefs, ideas, behaviors, values, activities or whatever that are probably not serving you. And I think in the interest of your own self-care and as a way to sort of love yourself, I think you are having the courage to kind of look at this attachment now. It's looking like you're sort of bringing in this grail of, you're kind of wanting to become your own best friend, if I can say that, with regard to this particular thing. And I think you're looking at fixing this, healing it, whatever this is, or changing it in some way, this attachment that you have that's not helpful, which could be to anything. Okay, Taurus, if that resonates. Underneath you have the Three of Cups driving the reading, which is sort of to do with you really looking to experience joy and moving into being with like-minded people here. And I feel like maybe you are feeling that there's something that's holding you back, that's sort of probably attached to your past. So it could be something that you were conditioned into as a child or as a teenager. And here you are, this is in the recent past. I think you're just getting curious about what that is, what that attachment was, and how it all started, and what were the beliefs and values that were attached to that you kind of took on, and that perhaps have led to an unhelpful attachment that you are now seeking to remedy here. So yeah, and at the moment, yeah, this could be a long-term goal that you have to create some long-term abundance. And I feel like you are understanding now, Taurus, that it's looking like this attachment that you are wanting to heal is of importance. It's going to help you to move forward into creating a long-term legacy and long-term abundance for yourself here. In the future, this is the King of Swords. Definitely an energy of you're moving into a bit of analysis, but you're also wanting to move into the personal truth. So you're wanting to get to the truth of the matter. And in actual fact, I'm going to just jump to the end card, which is the outcome. And this is the Justice card, which is about how you're going to embark on this process of truth seeking for you. And I think you're going to be getting to some deep inner truths, okay, about yourself that are going to be really healing, but also going to provide you with access to all of your inner resources. I think this is going to be a self-honouring and self-acknowledgement, self-awareness process that I feel is going to be really good for you in terms of accessing your inner resources and also making use of all those other resources you have around you, but also an act of willpower and determination here. And I think you're really looking to, you're feeling that you have the ability to manifest this long-term abundance, and the Magician will certainly help you with that. I know this is your current energy, and I think you're feeling into that. Yeah, and there's also energies around you that are helping you to get clear on this, helping you to have some insights and clarity as to know what steps to take and what it is that you need to be looking into in the way of sort of healing this attachment here. Okay. And I think ultimately this is could be some concerns that maybe this is like winning at all costs. So maybe this is a bit of a concern that maybe, you may fall back into, unhelpful attachments or approaches to things, and that there may be some conflict that you might come up against. But I feel that because you have a deep understanding of this overall process of coming into alignment with your personal truth and this idea of balancing things out, because sometimes this is a state of imbalance here, okay? It could be to do with connection with another person, that maybe that's out of balance. Maybe it's sort of all about them when it needs to be about you as well. Okay, maybe there's something that you're bringing into balance here, and I guess this could be to do with a relationship, couldn't it? These connections here, or it could be around themes of love and belonging. There could be something that, some belief or value around that you might want to look at those themes to just see what you can unpack. I'm not going to run into a list because it could be any number of things, but sort of to do with how it could be about how you relate to others, your relating style, relating patterns, and maybe looking at your childhood relating patterns, your what do we call that, the attachment style that you had with your parents, in terms of relating. And yeah, and this is going to be about you really coming into balance and understanding truth and insight with regard to yourself and how these forces from the past have sort of played out in your life, and how they can be changed or tweaked for the better, okay? Which is really going to help you with your abundance, okay, when you start to do that and when you sort of move through that here, Taurus. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So this can be perhaps, talking about moving forward with enthusiasm, okay? This can be sometimes an energy of impetuousness or just being wary of rushing in too quickly. And perhaps here, Taurus, it's also maybe trying not to expect results really soon. Like you might have to put in some efforts and make some inquiries and get help from other people, maybe counsellors or other experts that you feel you would like to call upon. And, to give yourself a little bit of time to process this attachment that you have, and perhaps working through that. Let's clarify the Devil first of all. The center two cards there, we're just going to clarify. I will grab an oracle card for you at the end as well. Actually, I'm feeling like we need to clarify that Knight of Wands. Okay, Knight of Wands clarified by the Ace of Wands. So yeah, this is about the potential. It's very spiritual and creative as well. So if you are moving forward quickly on something, just I guess what this is sort of saying is that if you are moving forwards into realizing your spiritual and creative potential, then this is going to be a good thing to move into. Okay, and maybe this is the maybe you're going to be doing a bit of soul work here, Taurus. So if you're examining your relating styles and how you relate to others, it could be that you're also going to be looking at how you relate to yourself and perhaps doing something creative something that's going to kind of just for you, with you, and by yourself, something creative that's really going to help you to kind of tap into your soul energy, okay? That's going to help you to sort of support you as you move through this phase. Let's look at the center. Actually, we're going to clarify the Five of Swords. Sorry, I keep changing my mind. Let's clarify this Five of Swords here. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. So, I mean, if this is a typical relating style, which is sometimes this talks about, like the narcissist and the empath, a kind of connection. Maybe you've been on the receiving end of some narcissism, or maybe you have narcissistic tendencies yourself, but probably not if you're listening to this reading. Then it's really about sort of anything that you can create awareness around or get more information or become more knowledgeable about is really going to help you to grow and to understand things, because any perspective we can get on something is going to be helpful. Sometimes different perspectives can be useful. So this is about, just understanding the potential of the knowledge that can be gained by going through these types of experiences, okay? And there's only, the only way to go is up, is basically what we're sort of saying here, is that even though we can go through challenges, that can make us wiser, and it can also create new potentials and new beginnings. This card has jumped out, which is the Five of Swords and the Hanged Man, sort of for the center here. So, yeah, this is looking like it could be to do with, perhaps a narcissistic kind of connection. There's some stress and some conflict, which could be to do with a relationship that you have with someone close to you. It could be family, friend, or partner. And this is about the Hanged Man is really just sort of taking some time out to, perhaps consolidate, unpack, but also to perhaps just acknowledge where you're at with this, and that you have the ability and the skills and the inner resources here to work through and get some understanding, insight and clarity here, because this is what's in your environment. So there could definitely be a person or some energies around that are assisting you with this, which could be spirit guides as well, okay? As well as, counsellors and other professionals that can assist you with this. But you can also, read books and talk to other people as well. But, yeah, just to be aware that Five of Swords is sort of confirming, it could be to do with a relationship there, that challenge or that relating style that you're looking to unpack and get some more clarity on. Well, let's grab an oracle. The Arcturians have been assisting us lately, so we're going to get the Beyond Lemuria deck here. Let's just get the Rose Oracle. For some reason, apologies for the pause, we're going to use the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. For you here, Taurus. I think this is about a relationship. It might not necessarily be a partnership. It could be, a friend or something like that. There's something that's happened, I feel, and it could be these eclipse energies, like the higher frequencies coming through, which have kind of increased your awareness and your self-awareness. And you've become aware of something, of how you're doing something, yeah. And you're wondering whether it's been helpful or if you should continue, I think. Lots of swords in your reading, so I think you're kind of getting some clarity, but you're also investigating things here. The Temple of the Rose. And it's interesting you have the Three of Cups here. So maybe there's you and two other people involved in this. Okay, there could be like a family or a friendship situation. Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, and Scarlet Codes. Ancient Power and Expression, yeah. Because sometimes when we do shadow work, it can sort of help us tap into other aspects of self. I'm just going to find this in the book for us. Okay, Taurus, this is about healing the feminine, okay, within ourselves. It says here, for millennia, feminine power, expression, and wisdom have been suppressed. As a result, the feminine has been silenced, dismissed, and disrespected. We've become disconnected from the earth, or in brackets, the mother, and have stopped revering our elders. But times are finally changing, and we're all part of this change. Every time we honour our body, express our wisdom, share our voice, and connect with our sensuality, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we call back our power, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we come together in circle, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we honour our cyclic nature and the cycles of nature, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Regardless of which gender you identify with, if any at all, this is a card of calling back your power. It's a card of expressing your truth, no matter what it is. It's a card of sharing your soul's voice and singing the song that you came here to sing. And this thing about your truth here is the King of Swords, okay? And also Justice. This is about you coming into alignment with your personal truth here, Taurus. This is a card of activation. It's a call to action. And it's a remembrance. You're the child of the ancient goddess. As you express yourself, you express for all who could not. As you reclaim your power, you do so for all those who cannot. Each shackle you break through, you free those who are yet to come. Share your voice, sing your song, dance your dance. Reclaim your power. This is what you came here for. And this is, I think, what you're doing here, Taurus, is this thing about shackles. I feel like this is the shackle and this is the love that you are bringing to this, so as to heal it. But this could also be talking about the feminine, okay? Your wisdom and your understanding, your compassion, also your creativity, your spirituality, okay, your intuition. The cups, the water element symbolises all of that, okay? And also a very feminine element. So this could be, you know, definitely what the reading is about here, about healing your feminine aspect. And often when we do deep healing, that's what we're doing. Okay, so yeah, I hope that's been helpful for you, Taurus. Look forward to our next one. In the meantime, have a great day and awesome week, and I'll see you again soon.